Bout 10 tonight is a super fight matched at 75k over three-minute rounds of action and sponsored by TPM Security. Would you please welcome into the blue corner, Danny Sergiu. And would you welcome his opponent into the red corner, Anthony, the War Machine, Okoli! This is a super fight matched at 75k over three-minute rounds of action. And in the blue corner, he weighed in at 74.8k. He has a 15-fight record with 9 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws. He represents the Collision Fight Academy, Danny Sergiu. And in the red corner, he weighed in at 73.4k. He has a 13-fight record with 9 wins and 4 losses. He represents the Storm Gym, Anthony War Machine Okoli. Your referee, Mr. Chris Batcheldor.
Both men under the weight limit at 75 kilograms. Both men with 9 wins and 4 losses, respectively. 2 draws for Anthony Sergiu. Slight edge experience, but out of the blue corner, Anthony Sergiu. Red corner, his opponent, Anthony Okoli. Danny Sergiu representing Collision Fight Academy, Storm Gym, for Anthony the War Machine Okoli. So War Machine there in the red, getting an early start, stepping in for that jab. We've seen Okoli before. Great power puncher, good hands for sure. Right now, Sergiu backing off a little bit, needing a low kick as well.
Well, this is the thing with Sergio, Chris, and I've got to be honest here, I've known him for years. He's a friend of mine. He's in the next town from me. We've known each other years. We've been on shows together. He's refereed and judged, and he's a very good fighter. But he's just coming back after a layoff. He decided to resurrect his professional career. And as you saw from his record, it's a very good career. But he's on the comeback trail now. It's not been retirement, but it's been a while. And he couldn't have picked a tougher opponent when you're looking to get back into the ranks. But again, when you've got Danny's experience, and as I said, I've known him many years. He's from my neck of the woods in the West Country. And you've got that sort of record, you can't be afforded a comeback like that. You've got to come in at a certain level, and that's what he's doing here. So full credit to him.
So Danny Sergiu actually with a slight edge, actually 1 centimeter to be exact from height. But Okoli really mixing things up beautifully into the clinch, nice knee. And it's that jab, I think, that's the difference. He's really committing beautifully to it, timing the odd low kick in for good measure. Danny Sergiu on the back foot again, getting put up against the ropes. Kick for kick, Sergiu misses, Okoli lands.
Well, we know Okoli, as you said, we've seen him regularly. And one of the things, he's so durable, and he's a pressure cooker fighter. You and I have seen him. He pushes forward, he's tough. He keeps you under pressure. He keeps throwing the shots up and down. And he's very hard to put away as well. And as I said, for Danny, it's the law of the Superfight Series. You know, you're going to come back. If you're thinking of coming back, we're better. You know, this is televised. He's going to get the exposure again. He's got the warrior heart, and he's doing a good job here in the corner. But he's come back against a very tough man from the Storm Gym.
So a little bit of a rope-a-dope strategy for Sergiu. He kind of weathered the early storm, then came back. Good flurry response from Okoli. A lot of power from both guys. No feeling out process in this one, Mal.
No, but what comes naturally with Okoli as well is he'll chop away like at a tree with those low kicks. all fight. We've seen him on a number of occasions, and that's one of his specialities. No matter how, there you go, hands and feet. It's night following day, the chopping kicks to the leg, and they will take the toll, especially as you wonder, Danny on his comeback, how much has he conditioned the legs for this? There's so many variables in play, and Okoli won't stop taking that lead leg.
Interestingly, not a lot of pre-fight talk from both guys, but they both acknowledge the fact that they're not looking past this next matchup. They both see the opportunity of SFS. But they said, look, I'm going to take on what's in front of me. I'm going to deal with the task in hand, and I'll show why I'm the better fighter. So I love it. They both kind of do their talking in the ring, so to speak.
Danny's not a trash talker. He's old school in that respect, Chris. You know, he just likes to get on with it. He's got a lot of respect. You know, in his layoff, he's refereed, he's judged. He's a martial artist, that's what I'm trying to say. And he wouldn't indulge in the trash talk. And that's why he's taken Okoli, such a dangerous opponent, as he comes back after a short layoff.
So we saw some beautiful exchanges, a lot of back and forth, tit for tat there. And Danny certainly had a good 20-30 second flurry, but Okoli, it seemed to me, was able to control the distance, land the odd knee, some good low kicks. 10-9 Okoli right now?
I would agree, Chris. As we said, that's what he does well. He controls the distance, he keeps the pressure on. And no matter how many punches he throws, you know that low kick's coming in. It's almost subliminal, but it keeps coming, and it takes its toll. And you and I know he'll do this over 3 rounds consistently, unless, when we've seen him beaten, someone takes it to him and matches him in the middle, then pushes him back, which is a tough job to do, but it can be done. Maybe we're going to find out here in the second round whether it's going to be today with Danny Sergiu on his big comeback fight.
So 2 of 3, 3 more minutes on the clock. Danny Sergiu in the blue corner, Anthony the War Machine Okoli in the red.
And that's a good nickname for him because, as I said, here he goes again. He'll keep throwing, he'll keep coming forward, and he'll test you, and he'll test the conditioning of your legs. Now, that's good from Danny to start checking those, and then just as I say that, that's what Okoli does. You check one, he throws another, and another.
And he caught him across the back of the leg as well. The Romanian has been able to get some good checks when he's sort of facing square on, but I like the way that Anthony plays with angles and movements. He's kind of an awkward guy. He doesn't really have a uniform rhythm, but he controls it the way he wants to do it. That's a sign of a successful fighter.
That said, a nice left hand, left leg combination from Danny Sergiu through the channel. And he's got to stay there in the pocket with Okoli and bring the game. That's better. When you notice how much better he is when he's actually pushing forward and asking questions of Okoli. You let Okoli get his rhythm going. It's like putting coal on a steam train and letting it build up and build up. This is better tactics from Sergiu. You risk getting hit, but look at the differences made to him.
Nice. Okoli gracefully moves off the ropes. Solid kick as well. It's been a better round for the Romanian. Danny Sergiu certainly finding some success, but for me, Okoli just edging in it right now. How long has he been in the UK, Malk? You talked about his story. I mean, did he train previously? Was he a martial artist from a young age?
I've known Danny for many years, living in a town near mine. So, I mean, he's English with us as well, English-Romanian. And
oh, nice knee, though.
What I will say is, I said he's got that traditional martial arts thing, but this is good from Danny. Yeah, I mean, he was in full flow there. And as I said to you, he actually looks better, Chris, when he takes the fight to Okoli.
Referee not happy here. The mouthpiece went out. He said, look, I want you to work. I'm going to give you a warning here. No stalling. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. This is really good. Danny's catching a good second wind here.
Yes, I feel Sergiu is much better when he comes on the front foot, and that's what you've got to do against Okoli. I said to you, it's not easy, but he's doing it, and he's really asking questions and stopping them feeding coal to the train by that. He's had a really good finish. Well, that's the second time the back of the head's been hit here, and I think Chris Bachelor's warned Okoli the first time. Now he's going to mention to him, this might be a point deduction. Yes, he's going to take a point down. This could be vital. Back of the head.
So 1 point deduction here from Chris, and Okoli not happy, but Okoli looking a little bit tired here.
And the replay shows it all now. Let's get one thing straight, there was no power to it, but if you look at the placement, Chris Bachelor had no option there. The placement was definite, but Okoli's not that sort of fighter to look to do that purposely to you. But there again, once the steam train gets going, the upper body and then the low kicks underneath. for me, with that point deductions, what's key now, Chris, is what Sergio on this fight has got left in the tank for the third.
Popping jab there from Okoli. I mean, it's certain that he's shown that he can hurt and put Okoli in trouble, but just when you think he's out of gas, Okoli throws some octane and really lights the fire. Good forward pressure from Okoli. Can he land that right or the right kick? Yes. Danny backing off. That is the end. 2 in the books here at York Hall.
And what was it, Chris, that forced him to back off? Again, the leg kicks. He just began to wobble because of the kicks to the thighs. Then Okoli could bring the punches in over the top. And this is what I'm saying to you about the way Okoli fights you. He chops, 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 chops. And with Danny, what happened there was he lost his balance. And there's that kick, as we said again, to the back of the legs. And Danny, being the professional there, said, look, I slipped. Watch him point to the canvas going, it was a slip.
Beautiful stuff there, though. I mean, Okoli did a great job in parrying that kick, just kind of throwing it to the side and then exposing the back of the thigh. That's a really technical move. Okoli's done the right things, I think, enough to take that round 10-9, 1 point deduction, 9-9.
Yes, I mean, this is the thing about Okoli. I like the way, and I said it's so subtle, you don't realize he's doing it to you, but chop, chop, chop. And right at the end of the round there, Danny's leg suddenly said, I can't take anymore. Yeah. That's when he was in problems for the punches. For me, this third round is all about the conditioning and cardio of the man on the comeback trail, Danny Sergiu. Because Okoli's cardio will be there, even though he's breathing heavily.
Chris Hoekstra alongside Malcolm Martin. We've got this one, 19-18 Okoli. Final 3 minutes of the contest. Okoli in the red, Sergio in the blue. Danny Sergio has the gas. The question is, can he work Okoli enough to try to get him in trouble like he did in the last round?
Well, he's looking to stand and trade with Okoli, and I said that's the way, that's the tactic against this man. Let him build up a head of steam and you're in real trouble. And that's what Okoli is trying again here now.
I like the fact that Okoli's making this a physical fight, but the thing is, you gotta have cardio to do that. You gotta have the ability to keep up the pace and stay aggressive, and don't lose your defense, and don't do anything sloppy like punching the back of the head. That was a silly mistake. Obviously, he was a little bit tired there. You know, in the clinch, sometimes you're fighting by feel and instinct, and when your senses start to go and you start to feel a little bit worse for wear from the pace, sometimes you don't make the right decision. But in my opinion, Okoli's still winning this fight. He's just got to make sure he stays smart here.
Well, Sergio, as I said, you've got to wonder if the pace will get to him coming back into the ring now. And Okoli keeps pushing forward. Sergio's got to catch him on the way and stop him coming forward like that, stop him getting those kicks off. But there's the shots through the channel. And this is what I worried for Sergio, the spoiling steamroller style of Okoli with a man that's coming back into the ring. There's the gutsy of Sergio, but you know Okoli's going back. And that's Sergio saying to the ref, do not give me a count. So he's still got that experienced campaigner's
nice right hand and a knee. Oh, that hurt him. Sergio folded over there. He didn't drop, but he folded over. That definitely tagged him there, Malcolm.
That's what Okoli brings to the table, and this is what I worried for Sergio. And there was that punt. The referee saved Okoli punching the back of the head again there. And that's what I worried for Sergio, the pace of this fight.
1-2, stepping into the knee again. Danny Sergio is on ice skates here, Malcolm. This is bad. This is really bad. He might be able to beat the clock here, but Okoli is a huge round for him. If there was any doubt, if it was close, if Sergio had a chance at getting a stoppage, that's gone all out the window right now.
That's right, and I said it's the right tactics from Okoli. You're asking questions of the man coming back. You're asking questions of his cardio. You're asking questions of his conditioning. You're asking questions of his legs.
He's a blood and guts fighter, and he's done what it's taken to win here.
And they're calling him on in the red corner, and rightly so. Gutsy performance from Sergio, but I felt the third round would be the real test for him when I saw that it was against the War Machine.
Right hand there from Okoli. Jab to an uppercut. Sergio backing off. Right hand lands again. Coverage here from Sergio, trying to defend, but Okoli swarming. And all over him here. We might get a count now. I think we got a count. That's it. He should have sealed it here with that stoppage.
And again, Sergio, ever the professional, saying, no, it was another slip. Chris wasn't going for it this time. And rightly so, it's the pressure. And this, for me, was the key round for Sergio. When I saw the name on there, beautiful performance from him, can hold his head up high, because what a comeback to have. But Okoli does it again. He's such a grinder, Chris.
Now, that was a good stoppage to the action there. I mean, and by stoppage, I mean a halt to give the count. He knew that he got hurt twice to the body with that knee. The third time was the charm. I think that's a good assessment by Chris. Good refereeing. Should be a clean sweep here for Okoli. Let's take a look at some of the action. Good swarms here. And Okoli was just going to work time after time. That's Ty's style, right? Once you got him hurt, once you find a hole, once you find a chink in the armor, you work it over and over and over again. And that was exactly what his corner was calling for. He was tired. He had to dig deep. He dealt with a guy who was clearly very skilled in Danny Sergiu, but tonight should be Okoli's night. And for me, that's how he did it. Clinical left knee there to the liver, dropping Danny Sergiu in the third frame. So we'll go to the judges' scorecards. Should be everything but a foregone conclusion in favor of Anthony, the War Machine Okoli, tonight in the Superfight Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a battle, and that's why this is the Superfight Series. Incredible, bout after bout. And these two men have taken us to a majority decision. But that decision is in favor of the red corner, Anthony War Machine Okoli.
He came in at 73. He came in at 73.